Hello, my name is Patrick Puno, along with my partner Raywell Vicenta, and we're here to present our finals assignment, yung fruit handling app. So first, let's get started. Punta tayo sa XAMPP control panel. Then, ito-turn on natin yung Apache and yung MySQL. So first, ano nga ba yung mga to? Yung Apache is, hinahandle ito yung HTTP request natin from your browser. And pag dito nakasindi or nag-run, yung browser natin is, it might not be able to connect to the server. Tapos, ang MySQL naman natin, dito, yung database natin. Dito in-store yung, and binamanage yung data natin. Gaya ng mga fruits natin sa database. Let's get started naman dito sa ating project structure. Una is, pupunta tayo sa XAMPP, kung saan man yung directory natin. Then, sa htdocs. Tapos, pupunta tayo sa gagawa tayo ng isang folder. Yung sa akin, name niya fruit. Then sa loob nito, meron akong mga files. Isa-isa natin sila. So, umpisa natin sa yung dbcon.php. Ito yung PHP file na shortcut ko lang, database connection to. So, dito may nakalagay na host, tapos port number, tapos database name. Dito natin kinoconnect natin yung MySQL database natin. Pinangalanan ko siyang MOPL. And then, nasa port 3307 siya. Dapat nagmamatch siya dito sa server natin sa Apache. Dito, sa my ports, ito, 3307. Pangalawa naman yung Fruits API nga. So, yung script na to is hinahandle niya yung mga get and post. Halimbawa, mag-get ka. Fetch lahat ng fruits ng laman ng database. And then, ibabato sa front end. Tapos naman yung post. Dito naman, ang silbi ng post dito is, ina-update niya yung fruit stock. Meron ditong function, get all fruits. Tapos, ito, select yung, asterisk na to, meaning all from fruits. Then, yung ginagawa nito is, sineselect niya lahat ng rows sa fruits table. Tapos, kino-convert niya to JSON array for the app to read. Meron din itong function na update stock. Yung ginagawa naman dito is nire-receive niya yung data from the Flutter app, yung fruit ID and yung new stock. Tapos pine-prepare niya yung statements for security to update yung stock value. Silipin naman natin yung sa front end natin, yung sa Fruit Lab.
We have here 3 statements. First would be the Flutter material.dart, which provides the UI components. Then next import statement will be the HTTP, which used to send HTTP requests. Then lastly, we have here the Dart convert. This statement is used to convert JSON data into Dart objects. Then next, we have here the fetch fruits function. The function it sends a GET request to your PHP API using the fruits API.php. Next will be the if-else statement. If the status code is equals to 200, it decodes the JSON response, which contains the list of fruits and stores it in the fruits variable. So the set state is used to refresh the UI with the new data. Then if something goes wrong, the catch will print the error and stop the loading indicator. The next is the update stocks function. So this function sends a post request to the PHP API to update the stock of the specific fruits. And also it sends 2 parameters, which is the fruit ID and the new stock value. So after a successful update, it calls the fetch fruits again to refresh the displayed data. Then next is for the demonstration. We have here the fruit list, which contains 10 fruits. As you can see, we can edit the stocks from 100 to let's make it to 5, I think. Then after that, we press the update stock, which will replace the current stock. So if we input the quantity we want inside the stocks, then press the update stock, the current stock will also be updated. So now, let's move on to the local host or the server side. So our screen right now contains all the previous stocks. So let's try to refresh the page. So now, by refreshing our page, it will also update our stocks to the current stocks that we modified earlier using the mobile app. Now, let's try to edit each name and stock using the server side or the local host. So instead of using the word apple, let's use manzanas this time, and also let's try to modify the stocks. Then after we modify all our fruits, let's go to the Flutter and press the hot reload button. Now, after we press the hot reload button, we can see that all the names and stocks change according to the local host.
To wrap things up, in FluteLab, if your Flutter app made any changes direct in the XAMPP MySQL database, it will affect the data that your Flutter app retrieves or displays. The app doesn't have access directly to the database. It sends requests like GET or POST. Sa backend API hosted ng XAMPP natin, yung backend natin, siya yung nagpa-process ng requests and updates to fetch data in the database. And when the database changes, the next time your app fetches data, it reflects those changes. So gaya dito, if we wanted to modify our database again, and now we wanted to change the image of manzanas, that meron ako naka-prepare na link dito. If we wanted to change the image, then set natin to sa 0. Try natin ulit. Then sa saging naman, we wanted to change this image also, and then set it to 0. And sa orange din, we want to change its name, gawin natin pongkan. Tapos yung ano niya, yung image niya, palitan din natin. Gawin din natin 0, yung quantity, yung stock amount. And then we go back sa ating FluteLab, is hot reload natin. It will reflect the changes na ginawa natin dun sa database natin. And yun, that is all sa aming presentation. Thank you.